Right. So remember, this was the rates. We found the rates whereby, what do we do? We just take the budgeted cost, divide with the number of activities. 2 divide with 3. Column 2 divide 3, and we will get all the rates. If there are 4 activities, then there will be 4 rates, like in this question. Right. We have seen Anywhere or AW just now. Remember, we have to look into the product separately. We cannot look into them together. Look into them separately, and we have seen just now that we have charged 50,000 of engineering to Anywhere, 200,000 of setups to Anywhere, $500,000 machine operations to Anywhere or AW. Anywhere, short form is AW, the name of the product. Packing orders, $25,000. So in total is $775,000 of the 2 million. How much was the overhead? 2 million, yeah? 2 million. So out of 2 million, 775,000 goes to Anywhere. Yeah, divide 5,000 units. So per unit is $155. Done with Anywhere. So now we go back to the rates. Now we look into Secure Zone or SZ. This was the information about Secure Zone. Engineering, hours 750. Number of setups 100. Machine hours 100,000. Number of packing orders 10,000. So you multiply the rates with each rate with each activity, just like what you did with Anywhere. So you can see here, engineering hours, what was the number for SZ? 750. Okay, what was the rates? 100. So SZ, 100 times 750, $75,000 of engineering goes to SZ. Yeah? Divide 20,000 units and you get 3.75 per unit. Setup. What was setup for SZ? 100 setup. What was the rates? 1,000 ringgit or dollars per rate. So how much SZ gets? $1,000 times 100. So $100,000 of setup goes to Secure Zone. Divide 20,000, $5 per unit. Machine operations, rate is $10. Secure Zone or SZ is 100,000. Multiply those two, and 1 million goes to Secure Zone or SZ. 1 million divided 20,000, $50 per unit. And same thing, packing orders. If you check, the rate is $5, and there are 10,000 orders for Secure Zone. Multiply those two, you get $50,000 divided 20,000 units, $2.50 per unit. In total, out of the 2 million, 1.225 thousand, 1,225,000 is charged or allocated to SZ. Okay, we can ignore this volume base. We're just looking into ABC. All right. Per unit divided with 20,000 units. Per 1 unit is 61.25. Yeah, 61.25. Okay. Right. Okay, so here how we calculate the profit per unit. Profit per unit, yeah. We look into one by one. First is Anywhere or AW. The selling price is $400. And then we must minus materials and labor as well as the overheads. Okay. Let's see where you get this information. It must come from the first few pages here. Anywhere, Selling price $400. Direct materials and labor $200. Yeah. Selling price $400 minus direct materials and labor $200 minus all the overhead just now. 10, 40, 100, $5. Where is that? Anywhere. Where's anywhere just now? Here. 10, 40, 100, and 5. Go back to anywhere or AW slide. You will find per unit 10, 40, 100, and 5. Okay, selling price minus materials, labor, and overheads. Remember, in order to make the product, you need materials, labor, and overheads. These are materials and labor, and these four are the overheads. So the total overhead is 155. So 400 minus 200 minus 155. Basically 400 minus 355. So 1 unit, the gross margin is $45 for anywhere. For secure zone, the selling price is 200. Materials and labor, $80. Yeah, go back to the first slide. Question. Here. Selling price $200 for secure zone or SZ. And materials and labor, $80. Right? So 200 selling price minus materials and labor. $200 minus material and labor minus the overheads. The overheads, there are 4 overheads. Why 4 overheads? Because 4 activities just now. So there are 4 overheads. $375, $5, 50, 2.5. Where'd you get this? From the secure zone or SZ. Here, from here. $375, $5, 50, and 2.5. So the total cost is 141.25. The margin is 58.75. So 1 unit of secure zone, they get a gross margin of 58.75. Right? If you have any question, you can always jump in and ask the questions. If not, you can just wait and try to go through it. And any question, you can reach me in the future. In the future. So, but that's ABC. That's ABC. Basically, ABC is that we are using activities. We are using activities. So this question is 4 activities. It can be 6. It can be 3 activities. Number of products can be 2, can be 3. So we are using activities, and these are the steps. Remember, the first step is to find the rates. Here is the rates. Once you found the rates, then we go to the product one by one. We go to AW and then go to SZ and multiply by the product's respective numbers here, the respective numbers. This is the respective numbers for the secure zone. Multiply with the rates. AW also, we did the same just now. Look into this and try to understand. Okay, activity-based management. There's just a few more slides to go. I think we can finish it. Yeah. Okay, that was the calculation part. What is activity-based management? So this activity-based costing needs to have someone to manage it. So we call it activity-based management. You can see activity-based management manages activities to improve the value of products or services. So these activities must be managed. Remember just now they come out with all the lists, and from the list they got to know some are value added, some are non-value added. So that's how they manage it. Those activities that give value, we must improve those activities. Right? Must try to improve it so that it gets value added a lot to the product, increase the firm's competitiveness as well as profitability. Why we must support or why we must increase the cost of the value added activity? Because it will increase the value of the product. and this will make us more competitive. Customers also will like to come to us, and then our profit will increase. Yeah. Next, this one we have seen activity analysis just now, right? Where they have to analyze, they have to go down to the factory, interview people, observation to find out with what activity are there. Value-added analysis, this one, how to improve or further expand the value-added activities in order to give us the advantage, competitive advantage. These are some why high-value activities are very important. Okay. Why high-value activities are very important? Because firstly, value-added activities are important because, like I said, it increases the value of the product, increase the value of the services. Let's say, for example, in our example just now, engineering, the engineers, when they work on the product, they what they call that, do research and R&D. They do R&D. They look into the design. They look into the life cycle of the product. So they look many aspects of the product. So engineering is actually a value-added activities. Without the engineers, our product will not will not improve. Right? Will not be customer friendly, for example. So engineering is an example of value-added activities. So if we support these activities more, we send engineers for training and so on, they will further increase their knowledge and they will improve the product further. Right? That's why high value-added activities significantly increase the value of the product. What other advantage or importance of these high value-added activities? Necessary to meet customer requirements. Yeah. The packaging, we need to pack them carefully so that when we pack carefully, it will reach the customer. Customer will be happy because the packing meet the requirement. The product are not defective. The product are not, the packing does not came out. There's no torn. It's perfect. So meet the customer requirements. So high value activities necessary to meet what the customer wants, the requirements. Enhance purchase materials or components. And we can also purchase components better. The better materials, the better components we can buy. And not simply of the lower standard. We always go for the high standard of materials and components. Contribute to customer, of course, customer will get satisfied. Right? Because our product, the engineers have been working on it, has improving it, our packing is good, our materials is of a high quality, of course customers will be satisfied. And critical steps in business process. All right, business process, the process to make the product, these are all critical steps. Without them, the product will not become successful, will not be produced successfully. In our example, all those 4 activities, setup, engineering, machine hours, packing, in our example just now, all these are critical. Without them, the products will not be of high value. Okay. Final slide. Oh, there's another slide. Okay. Second last slide. Low value activities. Low value activities, why it is not good? Why we should reduce it or eliminate? Because it consumes time. It may be consuming time. When they consume time, then the product will finish late. We cannot deliver to the customer fast. We don't want that. We want to produce as fast as possible at the best quality. Okay. What else? Consume resources. Yeah. It does not add activity. It does not add value, but the company keeps on paying for it. What's the point? It's consuming resources for nothing. Consume space. Right? Possible. The activity is consuming the space in the factory. The space can be used for other efficient, effective stuff or activity, but the non-value added is taking the place up. So there's no point in it. All right. Add little or nothing at all to satisfy the customer needs. So these are low value added activities. Yeah. Consume time, consume resources, consume space, but does little or nothing to satisfy customer needs. Okay, so some of the steps, some of the process may not be necessary. Yeah, may not be necessary. Can be eliminated without affecting the form, fit, function of the product or service. Yeah? So it can be eliminated or reduced. Eliminated means delete it forever, or if you cannot eliminate it, reduce it without affecting the form, fit, function of the product. So we can take it away, but the product will still be of a high quality, will still be following the specification, because low value added activities doesn't do anything to the product. If we take it out also, the product can still be produced in a good quality and so on and so on. Yeah. So that is low value added activities. Example would be inspection. Inspection actually is not necessary. Inspection at the end of the production, whereby they inspect to see whether the product is good or not. That is not necessary. If the company had done it correct the first time, then why do we need to inspect? Everything must be perfect. All right, but we still need inspection at the end, because sometimes things can go wrong. The machines can be problematic. The machines might cause some problem and so on. So we still need inspection to be done. However, we should not spend too much on inspection. That's what it says. If this cannot be eliminated, reduce it. So inspection, we cannot eliminate. We still need to inspect the product, because machines can go wrong sometimes, but don't spend too much on it. Spend on correcting the machines, not spend on correcting, not spend money on people checking on what you are working. Right? That means spend money to correct at the problem place, not at the end. Right. And finally, ABC and ABM must require close cooperation among management, accountants, engineers, and manufacturing operating managers. So must work in the team. Must work in the team. That's why big companies, they can do this, because they have large teams. They have accountant, engineers, operating managers, manufacturing managers. They must come together, and they must, like, for instance, discuss, have a meeting, and also go down to the factory, do the activity analysis, interview people, observations. So a lot of things have to be done. So one person cannot do this. It has to be in a team. Right? It has to be in the team. Okay, so that's it for today on ABC. So I hope that you can, later when I upload the video, you can try to understand it much better. Yeah. Any question? Okay, no question. Fine. So I can stop the recording. Yeah.